Good afternoon, everyone. It is time to keep calm. You need to keep calm. CAS assisted linear models. Calm. All right. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be using our CAS to help us create linear models and connect 2 points to decide how our graph is going to look. So on the right of my screen, I have here some questions from 6E. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our CAS to help us create the values that, or help us create the equations that link these points together. So on our CAS, we are going to have to break into the statistics function again, which I'm sure you're all just absolutely in love with. And what you're going to do is in your list 1, is you are going to write you're going to start writing your X values. All right. So you're going to write your X values. So in this case here, in list 1, I want to link. So for example, let's look at line A. Line A is 110 and 54. So I'm going to put 1 in list 1, and then right next to it, I'm going to put 10 in for the Y value. And then down the bottom, I'm going to put 5 in the list 1 and then 4 in the bottom. List 1 is going to be my X values. List 2 is going to be my Y values. From there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Calc, down to Regression, and then I'm going to do a linear regression. And I have this set calculation window. My X list of values is list 1. My Y list is 2. And then I'm going to leave the rest of it alone. And then from there, I'm going to hit OK. And it presents me with this new window here. Now, if you have a look at that carefully, you will notice that it is the wrong way around. All right. Now, previously, yes, we would have been doing things as AX plus B, but for the sake of modeling, we need to change this drop-down box from AX plus B to A plus BX. And that is going to shift around some of the other values so that it all lines up. All right. Now, the other values on here are not that important, but what you can do is have a look at the R and R squared values. Because they are 1 or minus 1, that means that my equation for this fits perfectly. Which means that when I go to graph it, I have 110 here, and then I have 54 down here. So when I zoom out, see there, 110, 54, line passing through, 11.5. Before we did the video, I actually did this one by hand. This is the same answer. Negative 3 over 2x plus 11.5. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the other ones that are on the screen. So we now have, so we're going to delete these values. So first things first, in here, list 1, we're going to change it to, we're going to look at B, the red line, which is 1, 0. And 2, 10. All right, again, calc, regression, linear regression. X list is your X values, Y list is your Y values. Press OK. Make sure that your thing is set to this mode here. R is 1, which means it's a perfect fit. And now you have your new line that looks like this. And all nice and perfectly lines up where we want it to. 1, 0, and 2, 10. So the other thing that you can do is when you are doing these calculations is you can go up here, calc, regression, linear regression, and you can turn on copy formula and put it into Y1 and hit OK. And what that does is if you were to go back to the menu and into graph and table, there's Y1, minus 10 plus 10x, which is the values that we had just before. So you can get it to put it into here for you. So you can get all those other values and now if we do the third one, and which is 0 and 2 and 5 and 8, I'm going to go calc, regression, linear regression. I'm going to copy the formula and put it into Y3. I'm going to hit OK. I now have A plus BX. I'm going to hit OK. My graph looks correct. It's got the right points in the right places. Now I'm going to go back to my graph and table. I'm going to graph the thing, and I don't know about you, but that looks pretty similar to the question out of the book now, doesn't it? The picture that I've made, I mean. Don't you agree they look similar? There might be a little squashed or whatever. That's just my view window. But I have recreated the picture from the textbook using my CAS calculator, and everything is where it should be. Maybe I can zoom out just a tiny little bit more. Well, that's a bit too much. All right. So that is how you use your CAS to complete 6F, which is basically doing 6E again, but using your CAS, some slightly different numbers. So if you have any questions about how that works, stick around in the chat. Otherwise, I am going to end the recording and we will see each other for period 4.